Hello friends, today we are looking at evaluating expressions for a particular value. So you've seen this before, hopefully you have an idea of how to do it, but if you forget, that's what this video is for. So our first two problems here, what is the value of the expression 9x plus 7 when x equals 9? So basically what evaluating means is we just take the value that we're given and we shove it in for where the variable is. So we take that, put it in there. You always want to put parentheses around the thing that you're plugging in, because that will make it easier or less easy to make simple mistakes. So 9 times 9 is 81, plus 7, our answer should be 88. What's the value of the expression 4x minus 3 when x equals 5? So again, we're going to take our 5 and put it in where x is. Put parentheses around it. 4 times 5 is 20, minus 3 is 17. Now we get a little bit more tricky, but not that much more tricky. What is the value of the expression 6w squared minus w plus 8 when w is 2? Again, we take the value that we're given and we plug it in to that variable. So 6w is 2 now, squared, minus 2 plus 8. So remember your PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. There is nothing to do in the parentheses right now, so the first thing we're going to focus on is those exponents. So 2 to the second power, 2 to the second is 4. So we'll have now 6 times 4, and then minus 2, because there's nothing being multiplied here, so we can just drop the parentheses, and then plus 8. Now we do a multiplication. 6 times 4 is 24, minus 2, plus 8. Now remember earlier in the year when we were talking about PEMDAS, multiplication, division, and addition and subtraction are on the same level. So here, because subtraction happens first, just in the order from left to right, we're still going to do the subtraction before the addition, because if there's only things on the same level, we're just going to go left to right. So 24 minus 2 is 22, plus 8, 30. And then this one, what is the value of the expression 7x plus 5y when x equals 4 and y equals 10? Is only a little bit more tricky because we have more than one thing that we're plugging in now. So we have 7x, in this case x is 4, plus 5 times y, which in this case y is 10. So 7 times 4 is 28, plus 5 times 10 is 50. So that looks like that's going to be 78. Change colors for the next page just because I feel like it. Orange, sure. So now we have the same idea, but it's given to us a little bit more complicated. So we have given f of x, we read that as f of x equals negative 2x plus 4. Find f of 5. So all this formatting means, this f parentheses stuff, just means that for this equation, this function, x is our variable. So that means that wherever we see an x, we're going to plug in a 5. We're still just doing evaluation. It's just worded in a different way. So f of 5 means that we replace every x that we see with 5. So negative 2 times 5 plus 4. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, plus 4. Be careful of your negatives. We've got a negative number and a positive number, and the negative number is bigger So we're going to end up with a smaller but negative number. So technically the way that we would write this is f of 5 equals negative 6, and that would be our answer. Similarly, f of x equals negative x minus 2, and we're looking for f of negative 2. So f of negative 2, be very careful here. There was already a negative in the original function, so when we plug in a negative number, we need both negatives. We need the one from the original and the one from what we're plugging in. That's why parentheses are so important. So f of negative 2, negative 2 just gets positive 2, minus 2 equals 0. So now we have h of somethings, which functions the same way. So h of x equals negative 5x minus 2, and we're looking for h of negative 1. So everywhere we see an x, we're going to plug in a negative 1 instead. So h of negative 1, negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5, minus 2 is 3. And then similarly, h of x equals negative x minus 1, we're looking for h of negative 4. Now, like the one above it, there's already a negative in the original function, and there's a negative in what we're plugging in. So our parentheses are extra important here. So we have negative 4 is positive 4, minus 1. This one also gets us 3.